This season, tier trays are all the thing. Everyone loves to make them. They're so easy and fun. I started with the top tier using the Couture Gingerbread House transfer with the house cutouts. With this, if you use Couture, and if you've seen Couture before, you may already know how this works. Basically, you put down the transfer on the surface. The transfer has a sticky side to it, and it sticks to the surface. Then you actually take your paste and squeegee on the paste at a 90-degree angle. It's so easy and fun, and the results turn out great every time. Even when sometimes you pull up, you want to just check and make sure that you've gotten all the spots covered. And it's easy, just like this. Pull it right up, and then voila, you have a finished design. Now this one, I actually have 2 pieces to this transfer, and I'm going to make the center above the window and the sign a little candy cane or little candy striped piece. So I'm going to take my heat gun, which is an embossing heat gun, or you can use a hair dryer, and I'm going to dry it and make sure it's dry. Then I'm going to take a second transfer, and I'm going to apply the white stripes into the window. It makes it look so cute, and it's just one little extra accent, and you can see by my application how easy it is to do. Again, I'm just taking the transfer, and I do what's called fuzzing beforehand, and I use a towel, and I take a little bit of the extra sticky off the back, and then I apply my paste again. I'm using a smaller squeegee this time because it's a smaller space. One of the things to note is that all Couture transfers are washable, and you can reuse them up to 15 times. Then I took a small candlestick, painted it white, and set it on top and glued it down for height. Next, I did these cute little pieces of garland using the Target Dollar Spot ornaments, the baking ornaments that were available this year in Bullseye's Playground. The first thing I did was cut several pieces of ribbon. I chose to use 3 different types of ribbon. I used a white buffalo plaid that had a little bit of glitter on it, as well as a red piece with a white stripe on the edge, and then the last piece was some crocheted lace. And then what I did is I cut them each at 7 inches apart, and I started to work my way up. Now, to give the garland length, I actually took the top of the piece that was the string on the actual ornament, and I wove it in and glued it to a pipe cleaner. The reason I do that is because the pipe cleaner actually makes it moldable, so when I'm putting it in a tiered tray, I can stack things against it and help give pieces height so that they don't move. I also put in some cute little bells and some candy pieces from this cute candy ornament I bought at Hobby Lobby. In all, I had 3 different types of ribbon, several pieces of the candy ornament, all coming from the same ornament, as well as a few bells. I used red and silver bells. Then I made sure I cut all of my pieces 7 inches apart, 7 inches long, and I just worked my way up the garland. I made 3 different sets of garland using 3 different ornaments. I used the cookie, actually I used 4 ornaments. I used an oven mitt and rolling pin together. Then I used the cookie sheet with the gingerbread man on it, and I used the whisk. And I left the gingerbread recipe tag on the whisk for a little more effect. They turned out great, and they work so well as you're starting to layer the pieces in your tiered tray, which I'll show you at the end of this video. But once again, you can see me just winding and wrapping my ribbon up through, adding my pieces, adding my bells, adding my candy, and voila, you have some really great little pieces. In the end, what I did add is also 3 wooden beads to give it a little bit more of texture and a little more design. You can also put those beads on the front end as well if you choose. It's really your choice. It's your garland, and you can make it any way you want. I love making garland. I think it's one of the funnest things. You can really use any ribbons you want. Also note, I did use the smaller ribbons. I did not use wider ribbon, but you could use a little bit wider ribbon. Again, it's your choice, it's your style to do with whatever you like. All said and done, I made 3 pieces of ribbon garland that had 3 different sets of ornaments on the end. Now we're going to look at the middle tier. I started with the Chalk Couture 5x5 box frame, and I used one of our old transfers called Baby Moments, and that transfer is great for things just like this. It's also great for if you have a baby and doing baby signs. It is retired, unfortunately, so it won't be available on my chalk site. But the Gingerbread House and some of the others that I'll show you later will. This is great because it allows me to do just a simple December 25th sign. And I'm using our crimson and our shimmer reds. I'm using 2 colors because I wanted the shimmer to be a little bit darker. I'm lining it up just the way I want it. And one thing to note is I aligned the December up just a little bit further than I normally might have, and the 25 up a little further, only because there's a lip on my tiered tray and I wanted the December to show. So I just, again, same as when I did the gingerbread house, I use my paste and my squeegee at a 90-degree angle, and I just apply the paste. Easy as that. I wipe off any extra, and then I'm going to go over it one more time with my shimmer paste so that it has the little shimmer. And then once I lift it up, it'll be ready to go. I'll let it dry, and then it'll be ready to put in my tray. I will then also rewash these transfers, and you'll notice that I'm just going back over one letter. I noticed that I didn't get the coverage as well as I wanted to on those letters, so I just fixed those real quick, lift them up, and there you go. I've got my cute little December 25th, which, by the way, I love and may use for other projects. So let's move to the bottom tray. This is the fun one. This is the North Pole Baking Company. I made this from a cookie sheet and our Kringle Cookie Company transfer, as well as our Baking Company transfer. I'm sorry I didn't take a video of me making this. I don't know why, but I did somehow record how I made the gingerbread man. I had these cute little ribbon that I was looking to make a wreath out of, so I just grabbed a couple of the gingerbread men off of that, and I fuzzy cut them. And once I fuzzy cut them, I just took a little drop of clear glue and glued them down. As simple as that. You'll be able to see in the end how cute they look and how easy they were to do. Now it's time to put everything together. I started with the bottom and using my tray. And by the way, I did get that baking sheet at Homegoods. And then I put my other 2 larger pieces on. Then I start to wind everything around, and including the garland and other pieces. The second tier has a sifter also from Homegoods that matches the tray, as well as just a cute little candy cane ornament. As you can see, I placed my garland, my first piece of garland on the top with it dangling down, and a little gingerbread ornament also from Hobby Lobby. Then on the second tier, I placed my next piece of garland hanging right over the little December 25th sign, as well as a piece of greenery with some candy pieces and a snowball in it, also from Hobby Lobby. Then lastly, I put my last piece of garland in, my other gingerbread ornament from Hobby Lobby, more greenery on both sides and right in the middle. And then I added a rolling pin that I got from Homegoods and chalked the word joy on from another Chalk Couture transfer. I found these cute little baking sheets also at Homegoods, and continued to layer things in, and one more ornament also from Hobby Lobby of a baking sheet with cookies on it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make this tier tray. All the supplies were from either Chalk Couture, Homegoods, or Hobby Lobby, or Target. I am an independent Chalk Couture designer, and if you'd like more information, please message me or click on my link below, and you can order the supplies you need to make your own Chalk Couture. I hope to see you next time I do another tiered tray. I love doing tiered trays. I think they're the most fun.